I started Roivant in 2014 with the objective of finding new medicines that had the potential to help millions of patients, but which would have never seen the light of day, for reasons having nothing to do with science, but much more to do with some of the corporate and financial limitations of the industry that we operate in. And what I mean by that is that there are often drugs that get discovered in the lab, in the hands of a company that may not be focused in the disease area where that drug could have an application. And as a consequence, many of these drugs go undeveloped, sitting on a shelf somewhere, often due to financial constraints or due to strategic constraints at the company where they were discovered. We identify promising drugs that may not get developed in the hands of our partner companies or academic institutions. We partner with them through win-win arrangements that allow both us to benefit and them to benefit from the future advancement of those drugs. And once we've gotten that off the ground, we then put those projects or those drug candidates into subsidiary companies, which we call our Vants. A Vant is a subsidiary company in the Roivant family. It's a majority-owned company or a wholly-owned company that plugs into the Roivant platform, is powered by Roivant centrally, but it's a company that's independently managed and independently led by its own team with its own employees, focused either on its own disease area or on its own vertical impacting the drug development process for the better. Now, the reason we've organized Roivant this way, not as a central command and control organization, but rather as a decentralized family of Vants, is that each of those Vants can have its own entrepreneurial character, its own innovative spirit, and its own specific commitment. It's a different model which borrows from the best of small biotech startups that are focused on innovative discovery in small groups of teams working together to advance a small number of new medicines. To combine that with the larger benefits of scale of being part of a family of companies, to provide the kinds of benefits that larger companies derive all the time. We're a mission-oriented company. People who come here with a sense of purpose. A purpose of doing work on a day-to-day basis to impact the lives of millions of people suffering from important diseases around the world. But to do it in a way that challenges norms, that challenges conventional wisdom, that allows people, no matter what their titles, no matter what their background, no matter what their resume was on the day they came in, to be judged on the quantity and quality of their accomplishments. It's a different type of environment. It's an environment that's not for everyone. It's intense, it's focused, it's purpose-driven. It's focused on substance rather than form. It's focused on outward impact rather than inward structure. That's not an environment that would suit everyone, but it's an environment that suits well the people who work here and allows them to thrive in a way that I believe is possible in few, if any, places outside of what we've created here at Roivant. It's my opinion that the pharmaceutical company of the future isn't just going to be a pharma company. It's going to be an integrated healthcare company that takes ownership over the ultimate healthcare outcomes that we deliver. I think we're on the eve of a major convergence between the pharmaceutical industry and the healthcare system at large. And I think a key catalyst in driving that convergence is going to be the rising importance of data. Data generated both in the clinical development process, data generated in the commercialization of drugs, and ultimately data in the field demonstrating the value of those drugs when used by patients and populations at large. It's my hope that Roivant becomes one of the companies at the leading edge of that convergence. The ultimate measure of Roivant's success will be the number and quality of new medicines that we deliver to market and that we enable the pharmaceutical industry at large to deliver to market. We're going to have many successes along the way. We're going to have many failures as well. We need to be taking enough R&D risk to innovate, to really push the boundaries of the standard of care in important disease areas that remain unaddressed today.